Oh, this is as up as it goes. How's that?
So proper.
Oh, man, I should have worn some golf shoes.
No, I think that's actually what's great about it.
Well, that's what I was like.
It's meant to be super chill.
We got
just gonna be
winemakers.
chill, you know? I'm gonna be laid back. No big. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be anything other than just like a
Relaxing, right?
Just a really chill conversation.
Yeah, okay.
Totally. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
down.
lay back further if you feel
No, I don't
like
think
it.
so. I think I'll like take a nap.
You
if I
could,
do.
possibly.
Well, then it's gonna turn into a sleep. You can't nap after 5.
Yeah, too tired, huh? Yeah?
Napping after 5's it's no good.
It's brutal. No, it's
That's
actually
the rule,
just bedtime.
unless you're partying.
Yeah,
Unless
like
you're
if
living
you've
in
got
Argentina.
a pregame and that's like part of the plan, take a nap, wake up at 8, get ready, and then go to the Sphere.
Oh, we're going.
Who'd you see the first time?
Anima? Not enema. God, I know. It's anema.
That was so fast how
I
they
know.
just fell out.
It's
That's
like,
what
oh,
happens when you
enema?
have an enema, right? Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Don't do that to yourself.
But no, it's like an EDM DJ.
Oh, fab.
It was off the charts.
Yeah, I bet.
Like,
At Sphere? Come on.
so off the charts.
So my friend and I, we just went to a show down at Cow Palace. We saw, there's like a whole host of people. What was the name of this show? Now I can't remember. I don't remember what it was called now because
Okay.
that's my brain anymore.
That's all good.
Yeah, you know. It was
House,
in
good
Cow
time.
Palace and it was enormous.
Did you get there early enough to get the floor pass?
Oh yeah, for sure. We were general admission anyway, but we were down on the floor and the stage, of course, was huge and it had these 2 ladies. They must have been 50 feet tall, flanking the stage, and their eyes lit up, and then like laser beams would shoot out of their eyes.
Oh, great.
So if you
Excellent.
do it the right way and you're on drugs, like those ladies look like they want to come and have tea or something.
Yeah.
It's really, really intense.
Yeah, you're gonna.
And then, you know, you got all the lights and the whatevers, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like an EDM show.
Yeah.
This is a new venture for me too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my buddy who I go with, he's one of my best friends. Hey Ryan, love you. He is the one that introduced me to this whole scene and experience. But I'm telling you, like the secret to having the best time is make sure you get the right earplugs.
Yeah.
So the ones that he turned me towards are called Eargasm.
Okay.
Do you know the brand?
I've heard it. Yeah.
Do you
I've heard of
have
them.
good earplugs?
No, I'm still the shitty kind that
man.
you know you
It-
get
I
the
think
foam
it'll-
ones, different colors.
I think it's
I kind of
gonna-
take them from work, like the,
Oh,
the
sure,
winery.
sure.
I'm like, cool.
I think you should actually invest. I think it'll change your whole experience.
Then you'll lose these $30 earplugs, and you're like, oh,
Nah, bruv.
man.
You'll keep them. You'll be like, this changed the whole thing.
Yeah, and now they're advertising all these fancy ones,
Yeah.
with the circles and all that. It's interesting. Yeah, I've been doing EDM
A long
shows
time?
for a while.
Oh, that's cool.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So I took a break, then I'm back. So
Yeah, very
it's fun.
cool.
It's fun.
Well, welcome to Greenside Chats.
Greenside Chats.
I'm Amanda. This is Alicia. We're hanging out right here by the Greenside at Healdsburg Golf Club. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course. This is part of the reason I wanted to get you out here is because of how hard you're going for the Lefty Ladies and Lads.
Yeah, we're really hitting it.
Yeah. Well, like, how did this start?
Well, lefties, we know that there's not that many.
Yeah,
and
you
so,
guys are small in numbers.
Yeah, and I wanted to golf. And, well, I was like, maybe I should see if I like this thing. And I'm a frugal Alicia, so I was like, can we find some clubs? And I had asked my dad's cousin was actually looking at all the yard sales to find clubs.
Oh.
It took like a year, and he actually found like 4 like
This is
woods.
wild. A whole year of looking at yard.
Oh, I thought he had given
sales?
up. And so I was asking around all my friends, asking everybody, and I found another lefty lady. And you know, I like rhyming things or just kind of like acronyms.
You're like
and-
full on onomatopoeia all the time.
Well, yeah, and I was like, ooh, and like ladies and lads, like
Yeah.
it's Scottish. I was
Oh,
like, here
yeah.
we go.
This
And
is
so
a vibe.
we
Yeah.
started, you know, I found one other lefty lady through the softball, and she had clubs. So I was like, hey, you wanna
you
like
wanna
hang out together
hang out?
and,
Yeah.
and try those clubs? So I could use the clubs. And then I
Totally.
found another
Yeah.
lady.
Again,
and,
frugal.
wait,
So frugal.
yeah, it's expensive.
Bruh, I
You
know.
can get a crappy set for $300. And I was like, ugh. And then
How
I'm gonna
about
be
no?
upset.
Yeah.
So
Well, and then if you get the crappy set for $300 and then you get out here and you're like, why on earth would anybody play this damn game?
Yeah.
Because it's so dumb.
Oh yeah.
It's dumb.
Well, it's the hardest part for the lefties is getting these clubs.
I mean, if that's the hardest part, then you're fine.
That's why we're having such a good time.
I know, man. You got your hands on some cheap equipment, and now you're out here.
Well, so exactly. So we got that, and then I met another gal, but she's actually righty, and I didn't know that she actually golfs left-handed, which is never heard of.
Well,
and she had just gotten a new set of clubs.
Is this Tracy?
That would be Petya.
Oh,
so,
Petya.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Petya, then I said, hey, can I have those? Can I long-term loan on those clubs? Sticky. And she was like, yeah. And then a loan to buy, lease to own or whatever.
Lease to own kind of deal. All right.
We came up with a deal. 10 rounds of golf, and they're yours. And here it was 34, 40. Yeah, it was, and then so we would play together. It was a win-win.
Was it in her effort? Was like for her? Was she like, you can have them if you're committed? Was it that kind of deal?
I think it was more of a, what else am I going to do with these clubs? I want you to golf with me too, and we're both going to win.
Yeah, this is a win-win.
Win-win.
This is a win-win.
And so I kept that little book in my golf cart, and I was tallying. Of course, I'm keeping track. I'm not going to pay 11 games, 10.
That sounds actually just like you. I mean, we've only known each other for a little while, but that just like tracks so hard for how. Look, she helped me make the video. If you haven't seen it, she helped me make the video where I made the one putt with all the bloodroot bottles of wine lined up in a curve over here on this practice green. That was her. She was the one that was dedicated to making sure everything was
we
where
want to make sure those bottles are nice and they're
they need
the
to
right
be turned
way.
the right way, and they need to be spaced the right way.
Almost
yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, that's my style.
Well,
so that's how we
cool.
got in, and then we just noticed that there's not a lot of lefties.
No.
And I was like, well, shit, let's do something about that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to just kind of start a very informal club. Everyone's in it if you're left-handed.
Yeah.
If you come out with us right-handed and you hit a few left-handed, boom, in
honorary
the club.
members.
Totally.
Yeah, you're in.
We're very inclusive.
You're very inclusive. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah. So because it's just weird. It like people are like, oh, lefty. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, we can use both hands. Haha.
It's almost like, oh, you're a woman?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
some
watch
like
this.
us.
Like, it's like you need that sometimes. You need to walk in with that mind frame of, well, just watch.
Well, and then we came in force. So
yeah, because there's so many of you now.
There's 3 of the ladies, plus we found another lady. I got another lady, so that's 5 ladies. We've got 1 solid lad. We need more lads, obviously.
Yeah.
But
well, there's a lad out in Guerneville.
Perfect.
He actually, when you gave me the pin, and I took a picture of the pin and posted on my stories, immediately my buddy that's out plays at Northwood.
Yeah.
He was like, wait, I'm a lefty.
Perfect.
And so I told him, I was like, you just need to get in the game, man. Just
and
do it.
when we see him, I gave the pins to the other lefties too, and we're giving them. It's yours. We want you to rep our club. We're all repping each other.
100%.
LL's our gang sign. You know, you're a lefty lad or a lefty lady or a lefty.
I like it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I like that. So when you finally committed to the game, like, was it because you had played 10 rounds and you're like, well, I've played 10 rounds, so now I have these clubs? Or was it as you were playing these rounds, you figured out, well, golf is actually pretty cool?
And so I think as we played, because that's why I was a little hesitant, because I was like, if I spend all this money on something I hate and it's pissing me off, then that's not the direction we want to go. Because I'm trying to channel this energy into the ball, like, we're trying to channel that energy somewhere else. Maybe calm myself down. That I'm not sure
is that challenging?
It is challenging. So, I mean, even when I'm putting, I'm laughing over there. I'm like, okay, calm down, Alicia. So when we kind of realized. Plus, I have a slight bit of natural sport talent. Apparently people are telling me this. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
It's the truth, y'all. It's the truth.
So we just I was like, we're pretty okay. And then I actually realized too, like, everybody else, like, is not that good either. So we're great. We're super good.
Fine. It's
I'm
fine.
medium light, just like the barrel toast.
I try to tell
medium
people.
light,
Totally.
or maybe light
Totally.
or low toast.
Totally.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're going up to the medium plus.
Yeah. See, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. And truth be told, like, most golfers, like, if we have a percentage and we look at the percentage of golfers that are just average golfers. And average is anywhere from shooting 90 to like 105. Average. That's the bulk of golfers.
Right.
Okay? So if you can hang in that crowd, you're going to have a really good time, and B, you're going to see a lot of golf courses, and you probably won't feel all that intimidated because most people play like that.
Yeah, I think we're trying to be nice to ourselves. Sometimes a little two ball if you're speedy, can't hold up the game.
For sure.
And that's kind of that method, because I think one of the hardest things for some of us who are quite analytical and the lefties, it's not linear the way we like. We want it to just go.
Hold up. Are you saying that if you're a left-handed person, that you, generally speaking, are more linear in your thinking?
No. I'm talking strictly about some of our lefties, like me, who's like, well, if I'm practicing, I should get better. And like our other lefty, Tracy, who is
Totally.
she's very, like stretching. If you stretch, you get better. If you practice, you get better. In golf, you get better, and then you do bad, and then you're better. It's not exactly, it's like kind of like a, ooh.
I think, honestly, like, the golf experience is a lot like the stock market. Like, it will go up, and
you're
then
in for
it
the
comes
long
down,
haul.
then it
Don't
goes up.
look.
It is a fucking marathon.
Just don't look.
Just don't look at it. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes,
I like that.
sometimes you need to see, obviously you need data to see, okay, so where do I need to focus my efforts if I am going to practice?
Yeah.
Where do I need to spend my time? If you spend time working on, just hitting drivers on the driving range, but you hit every fairway every time, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because if you hit every fairway and you cannot find the green in regulation ever,
Yeah.
then what you need to spend time with is hitting your irons and understanding, like, how far do I hit the ball with these clubs? Which direction does it go generally? So you can plan for those things. So those kinds of data points I think are extremely helpful. But if you look at it, like it's a straight, like, A, I practiced, B, improvement. Sometimes that's true.
Sometimes, but
And
not all the time.
And here's the reason I say sometimes that's true. A, I practiced. Okay, well, what did you practice? Did you have a direction during the practice session? Was it sort of guided? Did you have a plan when you were? Because then that could lead to improvement. If you're out there, and I'll never forget this. My coach in college, she said, when we would be at the driving range, she's like, I don't want you to rake and fire. It's not an aerobic activity. I was like, okay, all right, yeah, that makes up, yes, clearly. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I know why, actually, because I am not analytical, I'm not linear. I am like the ball of yarn that is all over the place. That's my brain.
Oh.
So I'm like, how creative can I make this?
Oh.
So once she was like, don't make it an aerobic activity, I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to aim at that thing, and then I'm going to aim at that thing, and then I'm going to see if I can curve the ball this way on purpose. Okay, can I curve it that way on purpose?
I'm trying to aim it.
Now, mind you, like, this is a different layer, right?
Yeah.
A different level of play, but the baseline is still the truth, right?
Yeah.
What is the practice intention? Because that's what's going to actually determine whether or not you improve.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I just go back, I tell my junior golfers this all the time. It's not an aerobic activity. Right? Like, you can run to the next shot. There's your aerobic activity.
That's me. I'm getting some exercise.
Sure. You should be playing speed golf. You know it's a thing. Ooh, maybe you're
At the whole point, I'm trying to calm down.
Okay. Let's talk about that. Girl, why are you so wound up?
Because I like to do lots of fun things. But yeah, no, I thought we were trying to be calm, and that's the thing with golf-ish. I mean, there's no rules.
I don't know. I think most of the people that play would actually argue against that and say, yeah, I go out there because I like the grass. I like to be with my friends. I want time where I'm not with my phone. I'm not listening to anything. I can do it. Yes, that exists.
We definitely aren't calm because I'm
Absolutely
always
not.
hooting and hollering like, yeah, great job.
That's right.
So you can
right.
hear me everywhere on the golf
yeah.
course. Everybody knows.
Yeah, we're like, oh, there's Alicia.
Yeah, well, here she is.
She's back.
It's fine.
Yeah, but it's fine.
They can really hear me
Because
at Northwood.
Because it takes all kinds, man. I mean, everybody's welcome to play.
And that's what I've learned too with sport is that, like, oh, you're gonna be proper in this, and like, no, we can
It's
be
interesting,
fun,
you know,
and, like, hoot and
and
holler.
I think too, like, to your point of what would be a barrier to entry for a lot of people for golf is that it can be stuffy.
Intimidating.
Oh, it's very intimidating.
Well, one thing that helped me, because I am like, that's something that held me back, is like, okay, I need the clubs. Well, I don't know how to play. Well, I need some lessons. A lot of people just like to go out there and do it.
Hey, Will.
And I'm more of a, well, I don't want to have bad habits. I want to have all these other excuses not to play yet, so that I can get better.
Oh, sure.
But one thing that did help me, that one of our lefties suggested, was this tiny little book, and it's for specific kind of for ladies, naked on the first tee, and it's like
interesting
45-minute read. It's
okay.
It's a little hand it off to your friend's book, and it's like, okay, these are the etiquette. Have your tees in your pocket.
Yeah.
Get your score at the next hole.
Yes.
Walk around the line.
Yes.
Be prepared. Take your clubs down there. So I was like, that actually helped me. It was a super quick, tiny little thing that made me feel like I'm prepared. I got snacks in my bag. I got an extra pencil. Like, I want to be prepared. And
you don't want to walk out there not knowing anything.
Yeah.
Like, you're like every female that I have ever coached in my life, in my whole career. All of you feel the same, which is, I want to understand what I'm supposed to do when I get there.
And everyone wants to look good, and I'm not going to buy too much outfits, because your sport athletic wear also works for the first go-around. Then you start investing.
Yes, and then you can invest. But it's funny, because the way that I have experienced a lot of my lady players is that they want to understand where they're supposed to stand. When is it my turn to hit? What club am I supposed to use? What's the equipment I need? What is a tee? What do I do with that? How do I fix this hole? I didn't even know that I would make a hole in the green. How do I fix that?
Oh, I'm not that good at
do
that
I
yet.
Do I mark the ball? Can I pick up the ball? Can I re-pick up the ball when I'm on the green? Yes.
Well, and then that's when then you have to start watching golf. And I can't believe I'm watching golf and not falling asleep.
It's compelling.
I did it
sometimes.
this year. This is my first time where I was like, I'm going to put on golf.
What'd you watch?
I don't know,
The Masters?
man.
Did you watch the Masters?
Oh, yeah, I watched it.
Okay,
I did.
okay.
I had a little embarrassing moment, because I was like, where is that at? Well, I'm learning, so I thought, like, Super Bowl changes everywhere. No? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So, boom, know that. It's in Augusta, right?
Yeah, but the rest of them are at other courses every year.
Yeah,
the rest of them are different. Well, not all of them are different, but generally speaking, if you're going to watch the U.S. Open, the British Open, the PGA Championship, they play at different courses every year.
I only have started watching golf now. And then actually it was getting me all excited, because they're missing the putts.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You're like, oh my God, they're human.
You're missing it. You're giving me confidence. I can miss it.
Totally.
So, oh, man, especially that guy who did 5 the other day or whatever. I was like,
like the pain point here.
Yeah, I was like, you're looking like me.
You're looking like a lefty.
No, not.
Sorry. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. That was a jab.
That was a jab. Sorry, bro. So, what would you say is making it so that you come back and play? Like, can you think about early in those 10 rounds when you were trying to decide, okay, do I want to do this or not? Was there one experience that you had where you're like, I want to keep doing this?
I don't think there's one. I mean, I can remember the one chip in I've gotten.
Oh,
so,
do tell.
That's on hole 3.
Here?
And and I lost it into the abyss.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So I put it in the drop spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I chipped it right in.
Look at you.
So, but I gave myself a +1 stroke, so then I got a par.
Wow.
So that was cool. But I think what keeps coming back is that, we're still new at the sport. I've been doing it for just over a year and a half, and we have so many courses. There's goals that we can set of like, hey, we want to do this. Like this year, our goal is like, we want to play more 18, right? We're doing 9. 9's nice, and we like that. But 18, that's a whole nother ball game.
Okay, so talk to me, because I don't even want to play 18 holes. So talk to me about why you feel the desire to play 18 holes.
Oh, that's what we have to do.
Why?
Well, because we're going to go up to the next level and play some fancy courses, and we have to have our stamina, and we got to get going, right? If you're playing, you got to.
That's so funny.
So that's at least our goal. It's not always. I really actually like 9. It's so much more fun. It makes it quick, easy.
Honestly, my preference every time.
Yeah.
My preference every time is for 9 holes. The only time I am looking to play 18 holes is when I go on a golf trip. Right, so I'll take a golf trip, and I'll play 18 holes every day for 4 days.
Oh, we would have to build up that stamina.
That's right. And I'm telling you, because I don't play a lot of golf right now, I'll go on that trip and I'll be wrecked at the end of every day.
Yeah, you have to have
'Cause
extra
we're
snacks.
walking, you need extra snacks, you
lot
need
of
to
stuff.
hydrate, it's a lot. Whatever.
No drinking until the end.
It's up
or
to you.
halfway.
It's up to you.
Just depends.
Right?
You're walking.
It just depends on who you're playing with.
Yes.
Depends on what the vibe is.
I've
all of that.
had it a few times, like Oakmont during harvest time for us. On Sundays is my day off, and then I'll do a 9 or we'll play some golf because it's still moving but not working too much.
Yeah.
Have a beverage, and I do find like I'm not keeping track of really. I'm putting in what hole it is, but I'm not like. This is hole, this number. And then I'm like, oh no, we only have one left. Like,
you are feeling like that. That's very cool.
I'm like, oh.
And I think
just
too,
in the rhythm.
like that experience, that's what it's supposed to be like, right? I'll be excited to talk to you after you play your first round of 18 to see if you feel that way on hole 17.
We did. This is me playing 18.
Oh,
I've done
got
it.
it.
That was at 17 when I was like,
oh shit.
Oh no, we only
I
have
misunderstood.
one more.
I thought you were playing 9 holes.
No. That was 18. And so Oakmont, with the plus community, it's it's great.
Yeah.
So we could walk. It's nice and flat, and I was just like,
yeah.
Oh, and then
This is a dream.
also up at Lake County, the first 9 flat is like a field, great. But then when you get back to the back, you're like, holy crap!
Oh yeah.
We got some views. We got some uphills.
Oh yeah.
Wild Weston back here.
That's right. Hidden Valley,
was fun.
Man,
I was
Hidden
like,
Valley Lake is no joke. It is
Once
two different. It's like 2 different golf courses over there.
yeah, the back.
I know, man.
That's where it's fun.
Another course that's like that is Silverado. It's down on the way to Novato.
I haven't been in.
That's a private facility though, so both of us have to work really hard to get in there. But the front side is much different than the back side. That's one of the things I think is cool about golf in this county is you're going to see a lot of that here because of the way, like, what's the land doing?
Yeah.
Right. They'll shove these golf courses out here in the hills, and some of it's in the flats and some of it's not. And
and I think that's what keeps us coming back is like, I mean, what better way to spend an evening, twilight golf, 5:30, but looking out and seeing the best view of Sonoma County here. We can see Pole Mountain, the whole Sonoma coast. Like, you're just like, yeah, you get that feeling. You feel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I live here in Sonoma County because you're like, oh yeah. You get those evenings.
You moved up from
Central Valley. I have a 209 area code phone number. That's that farm twang that you're hearing. That would be from Ceres.
Oh yeah, I know where Ceres is.
My parents live in Turlock now, so a little more poopy smelling, a little more dairy.
I have to tell you, there was a time in my life when I was a missionary, and the area that I served in was the Fresno Mission. And my second area was down in Carruthers. Do you know where Carruthers is in the Central Valley? It's south of Ceres. It's south of Turlock.
South.
Anyways, let me just tell you this, because this
by Madera.
This is the point of the story. Is I was riding in the truck with one of the families. They had come and picked us up to take us to dinner, and we're riding through his dairy farm. Yeah. And it just is. You know what it smells like.
Oh, I know. It smells like home, baby.
Well, and he said, it smells like money.
Was it black and white cows or brown cows?
I think it was black and white cows.
Yeah, so those are the big old Holsteins. Those are milk producers.
Yep, and I don't know if it was a farm that was like a commercial feedlot, or if it was like a grass fed. I wasn't paying attention then. I can't remember.
Central Valley. We don't have the happy cows are here in Petaluma.
The happy cows are here in Petaluma.
We don't have that much. We don't have grass.
We ain't got grass.
It dries up. We have to water it. But yeah, no, that's I think that we keep coming back because it's like, well, we could just go and have happy hour, or we could go do some exercise and focus in on that little ball and hang out with our friends, listen to some music, cheer them on, and then have one of the cheapest beers in town afterwards.
100%. Don't tell everybody.
Oh no, it's not that. It's the same price as everywhere.
It's the same price. It's very expensive. When I say expensive, I mean
beers.
It's not that expensive here.
Yeah, no, it's good. They raised the price last year. It does kind of piss me off.
Okay, well, I think you actually just sold us with your 60-second pitch on why you would come back out.
Yeah, that would be my pitch for sure.
And I think too, like, to your point of like, what is compelling for you to come back? It's social. You get to be outside. It is a way for you to unwind and calm down, and you're out at the most beautiful time of day.
Yeah,
right?
meeting people.
You're make some friends.
You know, and I'm single, so we're trying to find some male friends. That could be a good way to do it. Just have to make sure that those righties have their glove off, so you know what's going on.
Yeah. So if you're single and you're not married, right? Single and not pretending.
Yeah, so that's what some of our lefties were on the prowl. We're looking for some lefty lads. Well, we're just having fun. That's what we're doing. So
what is the next course that you plan to play?
Well, I mean, we were very ambitious, and we're like, okay, Lefty Ladies, we're going to Bandon. And,
okay.
Yeah. Two of us who are like, oh man, we're starting to think a little more about it, about how many balls we're gonna lose, and like how much money we will be putting down. And so two out of the three ladies, we're kind of like, well, maybe we should pull back a little bit and play somewhere a little easier that we won't be miserable if it's raining or whatnot. So
yeah.
I think our next, I mean, we haven't been out to the links in Bodega. I
think you should go there before you go to Bodega.
Go to Bandon?
I'm sorry.
Like,
go to Bodega before you go to Bandon.
Yeah, totally. And so I think we're on the way for links in Bodega. Then we know the chef at Bennett Valley, so we got to go over to Bennett Valley.
Yeah.
I really haven't. I'm starting to get a little comfortable with our courses, so I hear Northwood, dabble in Windsor. But that's where we're in a little bit at Lake County. So I think we'll start getting out.
I'm going to make a suggestion.
Yeah, we're all open.
I think one of my most favorite courses to play in this area, other than Northwood, is Indian Valley, down in Novato. It's out on the west side of 101. It's beautiful. It's challenging because sometimes they put trees in the middle of the fairway. I'm like, what is this tree doing here? And as my teammates in college would say, this is like clowns and windmills, but it's actually mildly entertaining. So you should check it out.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
That's a great course to play. Another really beautiful course that you can play in, I think Peacock Gap is actually in Marin County. I think it is. But it's down in Novato or even in San Rafael.
So do we have to have like, they're private?
They're
you gotta be fancy.
No,
you gotta wear the right things.
No, that's why I'm
saying. Not too short of a skirt.
Well, I mean, every course has a different dress code or like what their expectation is.
And do you find that on the website or
where yeah.
Okay.
And if you can't find it on the website, just call.
That's why I like the public places, because I know I'm not wearing jeans because I know that that's the rule.
Yeah.
But I see other people and I'm like, no jeans. So
you're the wardrobe police.
Well, I was like, this is the rules. But I guess it's Wild West at Publix, so that's okay. But I'm trying to start with good habits.
Yeah, sometimes
get your good habits.
I mean, I think a safe bet any place you go is going to be a shirt with a collar. And there's a whole lot more leniency for women because they like to see your skin.
Yeah.
So.
I definitely thought there was like a skirt thing. And
I don't know if there's a length.
Those long skirts.
I mean, they're not going to want to see you looking like a hoochie when you come out there.
Nobody wants that.
But if you are wearing, shorts that are, let's say
this is the longest part of my body. This is a difficult part.
Okay, so let's just be real. It's really challenging for me. Like, they'll be like, this inseam is 7 inches. And then I'll put them on. I'm like,
That's a 5 inch.
That is not working with my legs.
Yeah.
Because these femurs are like 20 inches, 22 inches long.
Yeah. It's deceiving, but that's the longest part.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And so like, I looked on a website the other day. I thought the shorts were really cute. I was like, oh, that's really darling. They're making some corduroy shorts. Those are cute. And the inseam was 3 inches. And so I checked on my inseam, like where that would be.
No, those are some hoochie mama shorts.
Well, I was like, no one wants to see me in that. No one.
Nah, no.
They're going to be like, you just need to take those stems right back inside and put on pants because that is rude.
Too many people want to see this.
Nobody wants to see that. Yeah. So stop it. But anyway, I think if you just call ahead of time, if you can't find it on the website, just call ahead.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I love that.
Well, listen, thank you.
Yeah, heck
for
yes. Come
spending
back.
some
We'll get
time.
some more lefties. Got some more lefties for you.
Yeah.
I love having a
she's out here
casual chat.
growing the Lefty Ladies and Lads. If you don't know, follow them on social media.
We're new and we're all inclusive. Come on in.
Yep.
We just want to have more lefty golfers. I even already somebody messaged me with their small daughters clubs and said she's grown. You got anybody? And I was like,
100%,
oh my gosh,
probably.
I do. My niece.
Yeah.
Boom.
See, there you go.
So
Look
and
at
that's
that.
we're gonna we could share. Hey, do we need some
Absolutely.
clubs?
And you could say to her again, like, play 10 rounds, and that's how you'll buy them.
She's 8.
Well, then she'll have to play 10 rounds.
We're not my family's not a golf family, so but the mother, my sister-in-law, their family is. So I think it's just my family's like golf clubs, and I was like, golf clubs. And they're like, what? And I was like, Robert, who's my brother. I was like, listen, the most underutilized scholarship for women is golf. And he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, you're listening now.
Now we're playing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's like, well, don't they have to be good? I was
No.
like, nah.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. It's not like what it used to be. It's more competitive now because there's just more human beings now. But, good is relative.
Exactly.
Good is relative to what school you're looking at.
She's 8, so we're good.
So we're all right. She just have her play. Like
that's what I thought. I was like, we
schools
already got the lefty club. That was the hardest part.
Man, I love that.
Really
I just
cool.
love that what you're doing is building community, and that's all I want to do here is build community.
Yeah.
And like even with this podcast, it's just about building the community that exists already.
Yeah.
Exposing people that live in Sonoma County and beyond
and make it approachable.
Yeah, man. Golf is already intimidating. Let's just figure out how to break down some barriers.
You got to carry the bag a certain way. If you don't know, ask. That's what I do. I ask everybody. I'm like, what should I do?
You're going to be asking a lot of questions for the rest of your
Read that
golf
tiny
life.
little book, Naked on the First Tee. It'll help you a lot.
I don't know who wrote that, but that's a big shout out to you, whoever you are.
I don't know the author's name, but it's easy Amazon find or at your local Copperfields.
It's just down the street here in Hillsborough. So
plug.
If you're in town, go to Copperfields because they're great.
Well,
Anyways,
cool. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Heck yes.
We'll see you guys next time on Greenside Chats. Bye.
All right. Cool.